But no, like weightlifting is so good, and I don't know, I enjoy it. It's just like cardio is good, like, but for me personally, it's definitely the thing I enjoy less. Like, and I feel like that's
Mm.
most people. That's definitely not
Oh
everyone,
yeah.
but it's taxing because it's definitely more of a mental game than
It's a
weightlifting
hundred
is.
percent.
Like
Yeah.
cardio is basically 90% in your head, and the rest just kind of like takes over. Obviously, you gotta pace yourself and kind of figure out your body's rhythm, but other than that, it's just making yourself keep going for the most part.
It's so difficult. Like running. I love running, but it's definitely so mental.
Mm-hmm.
Like weightlifting, weightlifting is still hard.
Yeah, but it's so
Especially at the
different.
elite
Yeah,
level. There's it's super hard, but I would say I
it's just
hope
a
I
whole
don't get
different game. Like
I hope I don't
it's
get a lot of hate on this, but
mm.
I would almost say like lifting is easier than running.
No, yeah, no, I would
Um,
agree because I feel like weightlifting at one point to an extent when you get to a certain point or you're trying to PR or whatever on a person by person basis can be mental when you're lifting that heavy, and every once in a while just
mhm.
every workout can be a mental thing at times just to get through it and make sure you get what you want done. But it's definitely more of a, I mean, it's short term. Like most of the time it's like, okay, you're doing, depending on what you're trying to do, you're doing 5 to maybe 20 reps a set. So it's like it's
Mhm.
a more short term thing where you basically, depending on what you're doing, it you just go until you physically can't. But like running is like, human body is built to do that repetitively for a long time. Like literally, I think
Yes.
studies have been shown that over long distances, like humans basically have the highest endurance, just because like if we want to, a human can, obviously not at a sprint, but a human can basically jog and run for like 40, 50 miles if
Or
really need be, like in a
yeah, like
most
the human body.
survivalistic stint.
Yeah, humans are the best long distance animal in
Mm-hmm.
the whole world.
Yeah.
Like we're not the fast. Like cheetahs are the fastest sprinters,
Yeah.
but we're the fastest long distance. Like we can hold that pace for so long. Like we can. There's tribes in Africa that how they hunt is they just run down I don't know whatever animal they're running
Yeah.
down, and they just run for so long that the animal dies. Like
Mm-hmm.
just
Pretty much.
flops over and gives up.
They basically just follow
Which is
it,
really cool.
and
Yeah.
so it's like that's definitely something that's like in our head that we can do, but part of it is
Hmm.
like nowadays you don't have that mental taxation. It's like back then, or even in the tribes, or like back in hunter and gathering days, it's like you were doing this because you need that animal to survive. Like you have an absolute reason to
Yeah.
keep running, to keep tracking this animal, and just to keep going no matter how far it goes. You got to get that animal. But it's like when you go to just do a marathon or certain things, like obviously there is a goal at the end of the tunnel, but it's different. It's not a necessity. It's more of like you want to do it more for yourself. So it's like it's harder to keep your mind set in that way of thinking. Like, so it makes it more challenging. So I would say, like you said, I think especially mentally, yeah. Um, like I feel like long distance running and cardio to that extent is definitely, I feel like, harder than overall weightlifting for the most part. Just because
Yeah.
it's, I mean, it's hard to motivate yourself every once in a while just to do a regular weightlifting workout, but to go run
That is true.
for freaking 3 hours or something, if you're training for a marathon or you're just trying to, or just doing a marathon is hard. Like it's a lot
It
different.
is so difficult, but I mean, I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's helped me a lot mentally and with so many things. But yeah, definitely would
Uh,
say running's harder than weightlifting.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, I think most people could probably agree on that. But
Yep.
you still got to do a little bit of both. It's always good to do. Doesn't matter what you do.
Yes, it's great to do a bit of both. Definitely,
But
like it help. Weightlifting helps prevent injuries and
Hmm.
I think it can keep you in
As you age and
whatever sport
everything.
you do. Whatever sport you do, I think you should do weightlifting because I think
Something, yeah.
weightlifting
Weight
can,
resistance is so good because it just keeps your body
yeah,
stronger, like physically stronger.
like it will keep you in the game longer. It will help with longevity in the sport.
100%. Just in life, like that's I think technically the highest rate of mortality is basically like elderly people falling over and like breaking a hip or something, and then basically dying from internal bleeding. And it's
Yeah,
like part of that happens because obviously I don't see a lot of people that are in the upper ages necessarily super active for the most part, but like weightlifting in particular and doing certain exercises like that are so good because it strengthens your bones, it strengthens your joints and your
mm-hmm.
tendons, so you have better balance. Like it just
Yep,
makes you a more solid. Like it literally just makes your body more solid, even if you're not
yeah,
ripped. Just doing it is good for your body, just to have weight.
yes, 100%.
Yeah, and it's always a good time, and it's good to definitely do. Like it, that's
Yeah, it
one thing.
helps
Like at
with
this point, it's like
every
e-
aspect of life.
even if I don't work out 5 times a day or 5 times a day, what 5 times a week or whatever when I'm older, like
I wish I could work out 5 times a day. That would be great.
I'm definitely hitting the gym for the rest of my life at least 3 times a week for sure, if not more. And I'm doing
Yeah.
something like and it's just like I don't. It's like I want to weightlift as long as I can. Like I know there's times I want to PR and I want to push myself, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go super crazy because I don't. Because I want
Hmm.
the longevity of it. It's like I want to be able to do this till I'm 65, 70 if possible. Obviously, probably going to be different weight, but even just being able to do stuff like that is impressive at that age. So to do that, it's like I don't need to screw up my joints now by or my back by like trying to lift 500 pounds when I definitely can't lift 500 pounds on deadlift or something crazy.